qualified 10. So I got a little bit of background on what we're trying to tell you what to do. Yep. You that don't know what Loretta's is, research it and find out.
I know what it is.
Jordan? Been riding since I was 4 or 5. Do a lot of woods riding, do a lot of track riding too, but I'm more prone to the woods. It's all fun to me. I'm here to teach what you guys don't know and learn myself. Okay, so we're all here to have fun. Remember to stay humble with your bikes. That's it.
And I've been riding since I was 10. In and out of the Loretta's, qualifying for the regionals. Almost made it 1 year. My boy rides now, so we're doing it for fun, and I want to get back to the community. So that's why I invited y'all out here to learn. Quick ground rules: no cutting the track. During instruction time, no racing. We're learning, okay? And then when you exit the track, you're going to come off right behind this berm here, okay? If you go around this corner, you're making another lap, okay? Everything will be timed tonight, so we'll do 15-minute intervals of either drills or instruction, plus review, and then at the end we'll have some free ride, and if you want to work on specific things with us, then I'll go out there and help you, okay? Encourage each other. No block passing, no taking each other out right now. We just want to make it safe and have fun tonight and learn something, okay? All right, so some of you have done this class before, but we're just going to do a brief intro real quick of body positions and techniques on the bike that I want you to focus on tonight, okay? The main things I wanted to go over are certain contact points in the body, okay? So does anybody know what contact points are when you're riding? There's one. Anybody else know?
Hands.
Hands. What's another one?
Legs.
Be more specific.
Like squeezing your legs.
Knees. Yep, knees. What's another one technically?
Hands.
We already said. We said hands. Anybody else?
Elbows.
Nope, that's not a contact point. Technically, your butt. And that's because your butt is on the seat a lot, okay? Or standing, depending on where you're out on the track, okay? Do we want our eyes up or down when we ride? Up. How far ahead do you want to look?
Straight ahead.
How far, though? Like if you're coming into a corner, when you enter the corner, where do you want to look?
At the rut.
Okay, where your entry, and then as soon as you're in the rut, where do you want to look at after that?
Side.
You want to look at the exit. Who said the exit? Exactly. Okay, you want to look as far ahead as you can. You want your elbows up or down?
Up.
Up, yep. Do you want your arms loose or tight?
Tight.
Tight? Do we want our arms tight?
Loose.
We want them loose. Yeah, why do we want our arms loose?
So we don't get arm pumps.
Exactly. Where should we be squeezing tight with?
The bike.
Our knees, yeah. So your arms can be loose and go with the flow of the bike, right? Okay. Do we want our wrists straight or do we want them angled? Correct. Why do we want them angled?
What does that prevent, guys?
It forces your elbows up.
Correct. It forces your elbows up. If your arms are straight and you come into corners and you start to dip, your elbow dips. Your upper body dips. Okay? Your elbows are
up.
Yep, if your elbows are out and angled like this, when you dip, see my elbows? They stay up. Understand? Okay? Alright. Do we want our core muscles? Do we want those tight or do we want those just kind of hanging out? Our belly. You want a tight core?
Tight.
Yeah, you want it tight. Why do you want it tight? You can squeeze the bike. You can move with the bike. If you're just hanging out and it's not tight, go ahead and sit down. It's not tight. Okay, I'm tickling. All right, tighten your core. Okay. I can't move him. Okay. If you got a loose core, what are you gonna do when you're cornering and your elbows drop and your core's loose?
Fall down.
You're gonna dip. Exactly. If your core's nice and tight, elbows are out, you're not gonna dip as much, right? Okay. Do you want your back arched or straight?
Straight.
Yep. Good.
You
You
don't
want
want it like this.
not that straight. Not that straight. Oh, no, demonstrate. You want to ride on the balls of your feet or the arches?
Balls.
Balls of your feet. Why?
Because your feet are more flexible.
Your feet are more flexible. Yes, exactly. And then last but not least, you want your toes inward or out?
Inward.
In. Yep. Why?
Because it'll keep your knees squeezing the gas tank.
Correct. Yes, so keep your knees squeezing the gas tank. Prevents, you could squeeze the bike with your feet, and also it keeps your toes in to where they're not going to catch on anything. Okay? Okay, so real quick. Yep, go ahead, Brendan. Attack position. Elbows angled. Hands angled a little bit there. Good, nice tight there. Back is nice and tight. Hips are a little bit unlocked here, or I mean, in. Okay, we want the hips to be back just a little bit more unlocked. Get the butt back. Okay, there we go. Now, watch this when I push him. Doesn't move much. Now, sink your hips forward. Forward. Watch this. Okay, you see the difference? I push the same force. Okay, nice and tight. Back, butt back. Okay, hips forward. Rolled in. See his back too? Watch this. I didn't even push that hard. Okay, do you understand that? Okay. So, one thing about the feet. Let's go to the feet real quick. We'll move up. When you're on your toes, what does this do to the position of the bike? This is, I didn't touch on this last class, but like you guys, I'm learning as much as I can to prepare you guys. Okay, so what does that do when his toes are on, when he's on the toes? What's that do to the bike position when you're riding specifically? Okay, what else? I know. Let's think about this real quick. When you are, I'm gonna compare it to running. Okay, when you're running, okay, my foot's like this, right? I'm on my toes. If I go this way, where am I gonna go? Or if I push off, where am I gonna go?
Straight.
I'm gonna go straight, right? Okay.
If you lean your bike, you'll go in a different direction.
Hold on. If I'm on the arch, can I push straight? I'm just gonna stand here, right? If I'm like this, I'm going forward, right? Same thing with a motorcycle. When you're on your toes, that transfers the weight back. It's hard to see on this stand. If we were on a rocker stand, this bike would be angled like this, okay? Just by the position of his feet. And I can't grab that stand. Actually, we got it. Let's grab that stand real quick.
I've got to work on that one.
What happens is the back tire is on the ground. It's pushing the bike forward. Can you go forward with the bike with the back tire up?
No.
You can a little bit until the bike slows down, right?
Yeah.
But you can't unless the back tire's on the ground. Hopefully this stand will be tall enough and Brendan doesn't fall off.
Yeah.
I got the bike.
I don't know if it'll rock enough.
Okay, go on your toes. Get in the attack position. Oh, yeah, see that? Did you see that little bit of a tip up?
Yep.
Okay, now go on your arches and get in the attack position. Do you see it come down just a hair? It's hard to see on this stand, but if this was on a rocker stand, this front wheel would be on the ground. Now, another thing is, who knows Jet Lawrence? Okay, everybody's been talking about his technique for how many years, and he's got this perfect technique, and he's dominating this year, right? Why is that? They're all professionals. What's he doing different?
He's on his front feet.
He's on the balls, but where is his movement coming from when he's riding that's allowing him to put the back wheel on the ground and power forward?
He's putting his toes on the footbed.
He is. However, his movement is coming from his hips. If you watch Justin Cooper and Nick, what's his name, Nick Romano and all those guys, their movement is coming from their knees, okay? So when you flex your knees, so get in the attack position. Now act like a braking bump hits you and go and bend your knees, okay? Now, go forward though, okay? Where's the pressure at?
Your knees.
It's on his arms.
On his.
The pressure's on your upper body, okay? So we need these upper body to work differently than your lower body, okay? These are two separate things, okay? If these are working differently to control the bike, then you're gonna be more stable, okay? A rocker stand would be perfect, because then I could shake the bike around and show you. But, so, if it comes from your hips, get in the attack position again, and a braking bump hits you, and you're gonna flex your hips down and sit down in the seat. Okay. Okay. There. Where did the weight transfer?
Back.
He's back too far, but where did it transfer?
To the back.
To the back, to get the power on the ground and go forward. Does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
It's hard to see because of the stand. It's not a very good stand, but does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
So if you come from the hips, okay, and you're working your hips here, see that movement?
Yeah.
You're gonna get the transfer to the rear, and the power is gonna go forward. If you go from your knees, okay, bend your knees. Did you see where my weight went? Where'd it go? It went forward, which is going to put pressure on your arms, which is going to pump you up. Does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you to focus on tonight is balls of your feet. Also, that creates more suspension. You're more flexible at the ankle when you're on your balls of your feet. See that? You can control the bike more. You can put more weight on the back wheel to get more traction. I want you squeezing the bike with your knees, okay? Intact position with your hips out, unlocked. That's unlocked right there. Back nice and straight. Hands angled, elbows up, head forward. Everybody got it? It's a lot to take in. What we're gonna do is I want you to go out and ride 3 laps and get used to the track, okay? We're gonna come back in. We'll just rest for a minute. And I want you to do 3 laps standing only, okay? Then after that, we'll talk a little bit more, okay?
You don't have to go through the whoop.
You don't have to, yeah. You can go around the whoops. I'm sorry.
Unless you
I
want
want
to.
everybody going around the whoops except the big guys right
Don't
now.
do it. Don't do it.
Okay? Go around.
Yeah.
You guys?
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and you go first because you know the track. Nice and slow. You going? Connor? Are you going? Why?
You didn't take it.
How far up was he on the bike? Way too far. What did he do with his momentum? He came in and he stopped and he turned the bike and then he grabbed the bottom. Did you see the power difference? How he came in, he settled the bike. He wasn't out of sync with the bike. He turned it. He applied the throttle at the apex smoothly. It was a bit slow. You see how he stopped his momentum and then he kind of had the brake check? You don't want to do that. You want to smooth around the car, okay? He's braking in the middle of the road on that one. Watch his head and his eyes. Where's his head and his eyes? Couple more.
Said he was gonna hit me.
pull that clutch in as soon as you start downshifting and letting off the deck. Okay? Prepare yourself. What you want to do? The corner the best you can. Okay, if you're coming down the straight and you're on the bike and you're not squeezing, and your elbows aren't up, and you're not pulling your clutch, and you're not braking, and then all of a sudden you're doing it in the corner, you're all out of whack. You're off balance, your upper body's tilted, your lower body's, maybe your hips are forward, your legs are out, whatever. You want to be set up for the corner the best you can, okay? How many corners are on this track?
Like,
Count them.
probably
10. Okay. How many jumps are here? One. If you guys were to race, how are you going to win? Corners. Corner speed. Everything is corners, okay? Good technique in corners will translate over to good jumping technique, I promise you. Okay?
Jaron, okay, and another thing I see some of you guys doing is you're dropping the throttle. We got to try to stay smooth through the corner, okay? Instead of coming in and going brap, 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 brap,
Like
how
a
about
cobra.
and then we let off the clutch slow.
Yes,
Nice
perfect.
and easy, okay? Jaron, you don't have a clutch. All you do is go, right? So instead of going mapping, okay, because that's all it's doing is rocking you back and forth. Like Coach Seth said, that's suspension. We got to have them working together, okay? When that bike says stop, you want both suspension saying stop. Being smooth with it.
You're chopping the throttle too now that I think about it. You're coming in, rap, 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 and you're not pulling on the clutch. Okay? You're doing a much better job using the clutch. You're still coming out, you're cracking on it at the end, you keep going sideways. You're making sure you're set up nice and straight, and then you're getting on the throttle, so you're doing better. Your technique's still looking pretty good. I'm not too concerned with you on technique-wise. It's just fine-tuning where we're sitting, where we're getting on the gas, where we're braking, all that kind of stuff, okay? What gear are you coming in at?
third.
Third, perfect. You look good. Are you using the clutch? I can't see because your hands are.
No, I didn't use it.
Okay, let's practice it, okay?
I'm gonna like Jaren's bike a little bit.
Stall for him to get like the back position is hard for him, but he's standing. When he first got here, he didn't stand at all. So it's pretty different to others.
Oh yeah?
Go, Melody, go! Woohoo! Jordan! Please let it make a funny sound.
There he goes. He's like, I'm not about to collide with you. Camp next week. No, come on. You know my back cannot handle that. Come on.
Go, Raven, go! Go, Chloe, go! Go, Ravi, go! Go, Chloe, go!
Oh no. The monster's really gonna get you now.
And let's pick on Brendan. Okay, Brendan's going to be our guy we pick on today for our message. So today when he hit those whoops, he went for a ride, didn't he? Did you guys see that? Yeah. He went for a bucking ride, right? All right. So in terms of our faith with Jesus Christ, okay, sometimes the ground is not always going to be flat, right?
Sometimes it will be bump, bump, bump,
Exactly.
bump, bump.
Exactly.
Bump, bump.
Wait till I'm done, okay? The ground's not always going to be flat. There's going to be whoops. Now, about the third or fourth whoop in, really caught Brendan and sent him for a ride. Bucked him over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did Brendan do to get out of that ride to save it so he didn't wreck? What did he do? Squeeze his legs. What else?
Slow down.
No. He actually got on throttle more.
I held it wide
Got on
open.
throttle more. What else did he do? Has elbows up. What else? Attack position. Feet were in. Elbows are up. Everything. Okay, so hold on. Shush. Hold on. So what am I trying to say is because a life is like flat ground and whoops, right? Is life always easy? Is life always is sometimes hard? You fall, you get hurt, somebody in the family gets sick, okay? You get bad grades in school, you get picked on at school maybe. Sometimes life's great. You have a new family member that joins you, you do fun things with your parents, you get to come out here and ride dirt bikes, right? It's all fun. So, what I'm trying to say is we need to go to our foundation when we're thinking of Jesus and our Savior, okay? We need to remember that Jesus is the answer for our sins and our forgiveness, okay? If we focus on our technique with Jesus, our technique as we ride a dirt bike, we can make it out of all the humps that catch us off guard, right? Like that third whoop that bucks us, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Mm-hmm. Yeah? I know it's a little hard for you younger kids to understand, but I think the big guys got it. Does everybody understand what I mean by our technique with Jesus? Daily prayer, reading your Bible with your family, if you guys do that, going to church consistently, all that kind of stuff, okay? All right? I always said when I started a motocross camp, I wanted to reach out to kids and bring Jesus into motocross because they're kind of separated, right? I love Jesus and I hope that someday I get to be in heaven with him forever, okay? And it starts with your technique. It starts with those elbows up, squeezing the bike, toes in, looking up, back straight, butt out, okay? All that stuff, okay? We're looking down at the ground. We don't have our eye on Jesus. Awesome second camp we've ever had. Thank you for keeping everybody safe and healthy. And Lord, we just thank you for our daily lives, no matter what you throw at us, Lord, the rough times and the good times. Help us keep us safe for the rest of this